Welcome to Tech Tuesday, where we bring you technology insights that power the equipment finance industry.
Automation is great for your credit team, but if it makes the borrower experience worse, nobody wins. In this clip, Suzanne from Arvist and Lynette from Great America talk about the fine line between asking too much and asking too little. How do you streamline decisions without bombarding applicants with random questions they don't understand?
I think you are if you're taking the traditional application that people have done for years and getting all that information at once, processing it all at once in your system. The way that we think about it at NorthTech and built into our product is to think of the application process as more of a journey versus just a form that gets filled out. The way we've constructed this is, you get a little bit of information, whether that's PG information or business information. You verify that information and use that to enrich what's going to happen at the next step of the process and validate the business.
Well, for us, identifying an active and domestic business registration is paramount. We must have that before it ever gets to our credit team. So what we did initially was we implemented this so that we could do just that. And I think you mentioned this was textbook process for us prior to this tool is we would have associates go to each one of the 50 different state websites and search and print screen and save to files. And, sometimes that took longer than the actual credit decision process in itself. So implementing this tool at the very start of the process has not only saved our associates time, but it also has saved our borrowers time because we've been able to identify those restricted industries. So we're limited on industries where we could provide financing to, as well as restricted states. So we're able to give a quick decline if we're unable to process. And I think that's better customer service for the borrower. And then again, it's saving us operational time where it would have previously gone to our credit team to make that decision.
It's based on lender's risk profile too. So like if you're a trucking lender and you absolutely want to know whether this is a long haul or short haul trucking customer, because it's going to affect your risk profile, you still might want to put that on the application versus rely on a source.
Borrowers want fast answers. They also don't want to feel like they're taking the SATs just to lease equipment. Here's how Lynette's team is building consistency into the process so it's faster and actually makes sense.
Operations people are getting older, so I'm going to show my age here, but that's really how we used to look at the world is you tell me what you know about your business, I'm going to validate if that's right or not. And so the places where if we are enriching data for the borrower, like as they're typing in the application, that gets a little dicey versus where they're going to actually tell me what you think bad guy sitting in a foreign country, you tell me what you think you know about this business, and I'm going to validate whether that's right or not. But I love the way we can think about using data to make that better for them. But I also want to make sure we're thinking about the risk involved and what do you need to do further down the line if you're going to allow that to happen up front. I think it's really an element of understanding your customer's process and understanding sort of what segment of your business you're in. So if you are processing transactions that are a drop ship, right, where your customer is not going to engage directly with the borrower, what are the fraud detection pieces that you need to have in place for that kind of a program? Versus if you've got a program that is a little more old school, where the customer is in person at the borrower's location, delivering equipment there, you may choose to approach that a little bit differently. And then just also understanding what your customer values in terms of speed. So where you insert the different fraud detection mechanisms, does that align with what your customer is looking for in terms of a service level? Because then you can balance what your needs are with respect to risk with what their needs are in terms of trying to make that equipment sale.
When your team can explain decisions without fumbling and the borrowers get a smooth experience every time, that's when automation actually works.
Thanks for watching Tech Tuesday. You can watch the full webinar for more credit automation insights or visit northtech.com to see how we're helping lenders put these ideas into practice. See you next week.